So, geez, you're big. You're so tall. Anyways, so some of you may have seen the little video where I featured. Was it an asshole
Yeah,
thing
a
to
little
say?
bit.
She's a tall girl.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's good. I'm a giant.
I don't mean she's fat.
I don't mean to
Okay.
intimidate.
I meant she was tall.
I gotcha.
So, some of you may have seen the little brief introduction my sister had on one of my videos where she talked about how gamers were nerds. So me and my brother were talking and it brought up a good topic. Why women are not attracted to gamers. Isn't that what the topic was?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay. So what do you think? Are women as a whole not attracted to gamers?
As a whole, I would say no, we're not.
Why is that?
Why would they be?
For a few reasons. It's most of the time when you think of video games, you think of something that your kids are doing, something you buy for your kids to do. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, talk to the people.
Something you want your kids to do and stuff. And let's face it, the stereotype for gamers, whether you hate me for calling y'all nerds or what, I honestly don't give a shit. But if the stereotype for gamers is that you're big and fat, eating a bowl of Cheetos, sitting in your mom's basement, living off her, spending every dime you get from the convenience store that you work at on video games and equipment that is never going to get you anywhere in life. It's like you're basically it's like you're living your life in a computer screen rather than actually getting outside of your house and living your actual life. It's like you're trying to virtually live a life that's really never going to amount to anything. Sorry.
Okay, that's a stereotype.
That is the
that's absolutely a
stereotype.
stereotype, and that's why I don't like to throw myself in with that bunch of people because
Well, 'cause
that is
you're not. You
that is a
are
lot of
different,
gamers.
for sure.
Okay, but
Why is he different?
Because he actually maintains a steady job. He actually goes out and does stuff
So
with
do
his
convenience
kids.
store workers.
Well, yeah, but he goes out and does stuff with his kids. He
Like
basically does his gaming when everybody's asleep. He works an odd shift. All of his kids are asleep. His wife's asleep. Who gives a shit how he wants to spend his time?
So-
It's his own home.
So
Yeah.
basically what you're saying is the problem is the stereotype.
Yeah.
So it's based on an individual case
Yeah,
by
for the
case
most
basis.
part. I mean,
So
the
if a guy has a
stereotype,
job and he has his own house, but he's a gamer, you're good with that.
no, I don't
I
believe
guess.
that.
I don't
No, I don't
depends.
believe that because you've said
It
little slick
depends.
comments when I'm playing video games.
It depends
when
on
you
how
come out,
long you're playing them.
would you say like let's say you're dating a guy? Okay, you have no idea he's a gamer. You come over his house for whatever reason, he's sitting down playing a video game. Is that or is that not a turnoff?
For me, yeah.
It
Why?
is.
You don't
Why
even
is
know how
that the
long.
turnoff?
Why would that be a turnoff for me? I don't know. A lot
Because
of
it's
reasons.
not
like,
because it's not manly. Doesn't
No,
gaming
it's
come
not
across
manly.
as a childish activity?
It does. It does come across as a childish activity. I mean, like if you're maintaining a steady job and you even have your own house and you're putting all your money into video games and stuff like that, no, women don't find that attractive. But it's not really any different than a guy who likes to work on, say, cars.
Oh,
And
no, see,
he
I
likes to
disagree
go
with
to
I
work
feel like
and
that
he
is
maintains
different.
a steady job and has his house, but he likes to spend his off time fixing up cars and stuff like that.
But
Yeah.
that can
One
be
of
useful.
them is manly, and the other one's not.
That can be useful though.
It can
Working on
be,
a car,
for sure.
gaming's not useful unless you're
Well, it can
Doctor
be if you're
Disrespect
a
streaming making money.
computer programmer, or if you're, one of those lucky few who get to test out these games before they hit the market. I don't know, but how many people actually have that job?
Right.
So what do women do for fun? What do you guys sit around and watch soap operas and Netflix all day? How was
I
that
don't
more
watch
growing
soap
up than somebody
operas.
playing a game?
I don't watch soap operas. I don't watch Netflix. See, I'm different though. I'm not really doing.
Let me guess, you're not like most women. Yeah. We're better than everybody else.
Yeah, well, you're bringing
Oh, I'm
women.
sorry,
You're
I'm
bringing
solid.
what
I have
women
a
do
career.
into it.
Yeah, because she's
we're men.
walking-
We don't care what women do.
Yeah, but
We don't
yeah, we
care.
do.
Do we?
Sure.
I feel like my only requirement for a woman is for her to be hot. What
Yeah,
other
but-
requirement is? If you meet a girl and she's hot, What difference does it make what she does for a living?
Because if all she does is watch TV, that means that's where she gets her education. She's gonna stop dropping that stupid shit she hears on TV to you, and it's gonna make you want to drop kick her.
I said when I first meet them. I don't know if that's what I said. Okay, that's what attracts me. Their appearance is what I go after. Now the personality, yeah, I guess it would matter later. But it's like I feel like a woman can find out a guy plays video games, and in some cases that's a deal breaker.
I feel like it's gonna be an instant turnoff,
Right.
no matter what.
Right.
Just
If I
because
come
I
in and
think-
a chick's watching soap operas, I don't care. Especially if she's hot,
But why?
because she's hot.
But that's how she spends her
That's it.
time. If a dude's hot, doesn't he still look like a freaking dork if he's playing games? If he's 6'6" with a build and he's playing Mario Kart, does he not still look like a dork? Actually, isn't that more of a turnoff?
The only
How
time
say
it's
you?
not,
How
the
say
only
you?
time it's not is if he's playing the video games or whatever with his children.
Yeah,
That's the only time it's not.
Okay,
a turn
would
on.
you prefer, so if a fat guy's sitting down playing Mario Kart,
I don't want a fat guy anyway, it doesn't matter.
okay, alright, I'm saying what looks worse, a fat guy sitting down playing Mario Kart, or a guy like me sitting down playing Mario Kart?
I said
The
would
fat
do it.
guy, for sure.
Ah,
Because
Dirty
the fat
bitch.
guy is already living up to the stereotype in your head.
Yeah, it's more disappointing, right?
Yeah,
So it's just disappointing to see
Yeah.
that.
pretty much.
Here's a question. How do we escape that stereotype? Is there any way, or is this, or gamers in general just doomed to the stereotype forever?
No, it's all on a case by case basis. I mean, you'd have to actually try to get to know the person or something like that and find out how much they play. I mean, if they're on it for 12 hours a day, that's
What if they're making videos about it?
Ah, you just had to throw it in there. Now see, that's why I keep this shit a secret.
I cannot.
Okay, my family, yeah, they see it. They've watched it.
What if you found out he had a YouTube video dedicated, or a YouTube channel dedicated to video games?
But he makes money off of it.
I honestly don't know.
It
I've
would
never
depend
come
on how
across
much
this
money it would
scenario. I've never come across this situation ever.
What if he kept it a secret though? Like when you find out, he's like, "Oh, come on, you weren't supposed to look at that," and he didn't advertise it. He never did it around you. He said he makes a little money doing it. You know, it's just a little hobby he's interested in, and he kept it out of your face. Would it be a big deal?
I guess not. If it was out of my face.
Why not? Because then you gotta wonder what else is he hiding.
He's got a gaming YouTube channel. He must be hiding some real dark shit.
I don't know. Yeah, see, right now I'm talking to my brother, so I'm in a different state of mind. If I was talking to somebody else, I don't know. I might actually. I'd have to channel my relationship self to see
You'd be
what I
more
would think
brutal,
about
so
this
be
stuff.
brutal.
Because I don't
But
know.
why?
I've never been through that though.
The real root of the question is why? What's the real reason when you walk
Okay.
in? Is it just because you see a guy playing a game that you associate with child's play? Is that the real reason? Or is it something else?
I don't know. It just, I guess it comes off as a waste of time. A tremendous waste of time. And if somebody's actually, making videos about it or something like that, and they're actually putting it to use, making money out of it, fine, that's different. It's actually useful. It's producing something.
I like
But for the
that.
most part, it's a waste of time and money.
Isn't everything?
Yeah, but
Everything is.
in the
yeah,
grand
exactly.
scheme of things,
If you think about it, yeah. For the most part, almost everything is a waste of time. It just depends on how you want to waste your particular time.
gaming though, it just.
And it's sad
Gaming seems
because
like a real
you know what
time
I'm
waster.
noticing about myself while I talk? I'm actually noticing right now that if it doesn't produce money, it's a waste of time.
well, if it doesn't produce money that you approve of.
Hey, talk about the attention thing. Talk about the attention thing.
Oh yeah, as my brother so aptly pointed
Esteemed
out
colleague.
earlier. Yeah. So aptly pointed out earlier, it could also, like people that are in relationships with gamers and stuff like that, they may not like it. Women may not like it because it does, in fact, take attention away from us. And I have been married to a guy They used to play video games for, I want to say, from the time he got off work until the time he went to bed, and I hated it. And I judged him badly, severely. And it was because there was nothing there, nothing for me. I got to run around cleaning the house, cooking, and whatever, while he sat and played video games, and
Is that because
I
you
got-
had nothing else to do
I had-
other than clean?
yeah, I don't,
And
it's
he
like,
had a
at the
hobby?
time, I didn't have any hobbies. He had the hobbies. So basically, my hobby became cleaning up after
So
all
you
of-
were jealous, basically, that he had something to do
I don't know.
that entertained his time.
You know what? I don't know. Maybe it was jealousy. Almost like I'm being replaced for a video game. You can't spend time with me, but you can spend all this time on the video game. I'm sorry, I'm one of those people. I demand attention. I demand time. I like to go out. I like to hang out.
But I think you're full of
But
shit.
if I'm sitting there by myself all the time,
I think you're full of
ah,
shit. I think if you walked in and the guy put the game away the second you walked in and devoted his attention to you, I think there's still a part of you that's gonna think he's pathetic for playing video games.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
You think?
Yeah, I do.
I'd agree with
I
that.
don't think
I
so.
don't know.
If
That's
he
a tough
puts it
call.
away
I
as
mean,
soon as she gets home, then
we're
what is
also
the problem?
very, specific.
Because it's
trio,
still,
very
because she
bitter
looks at
people.
it as a childish
So, I don't
activity.
know.
So it's still childish. If you walked in and I was playing with a set of dolls, and I said, oh, and I put them away, okay, I'm ready. You'd be like, oh, okay, you're pathetic, dude, thanks. You know what I mean?
That's a whole nother scenario.
Yeah.
Well, if a guy's playing with dolls, then again, a stereotype, you instantly think he's got homosexual tendencies. And he's hiding stuff from you.
So you think a guy that plays as a woman might be a problem?
Yeah.
Well, that's a whole nother topic. We gotta wrap this up. What about the guys that say, or the women that even defend it, saying, well, if he's playing a video game, he's not out trying to cheat on me.
Well, that's true too. It depends on the individual person, what they can and can't tolerate, what bothers them and what doesn't. It's like if, trying to get with this whole name thing, I can't name drop. Like when I would come home and my husband was on a video game, it's like if I had other stuff to do, it didn't really bother me. But when I didn't have stuff to do, like when my stuff was over, like, cleaning up and all that other crap, if he was still on the game, that bothered me.
So you didn't walk in the door
I
and
didn't
see
walk
him
in
playing
the
the
door
game
and automatically get
and
pissed.
automatically be like, oh my god.
But that in and of itself, when we were dating, he played video games. So it's not like I could really I knew he played them when I married him. So, but he
No, it
wasn't
couldn't
on
have been
them.
that much
He
of a
wasn't
turn
on
off.
them
You
all
married him.
day.
Let's wrap this up. End it with what you just said.
I don't like that we're ending with basically questions. There's no answer to the question. And I feel like there's no answer to the question because I feel like you're full of shit. I feel like women walk in and see a guy playing video games, no matter what the circumstance, and they automatically cringe.
Well,
I think they automatically
this way.
assess an opinion about that person in that 1 second without knowing shit.
I
Just
think it
because he's
also
playing a
that
video game.
depends
Generational,
on the
like-
generation of
Yeah,
the
exactly.
When I was 18, I'd walk into a room, see a guy doing that, didn't bother me. If I did it today, at 40, forget it. I'd be like, all right, you're busy, clearly, and I would leave.
So what do you think the age limit would be to where it starts to become
I guess 30.
30?
Once you leave your 20s, you need to start
Finding
finding
another hobby?
grown-up stuff to do.
But
I
also
guess we
women,
can't play
like,
blackout
No
later
offense.
again.
But also you gotta think like
I
women
mean,
from a
if
younger
you're gonna-
generation are gonna think differently than you because they grew up with watching
That's
people
true.
play video games.
That's
Women
true.
And it's a norm.
Like the generation after mine, the one after that, whatever. Yeah, those are different. These people are raised on computers and in front of
Mhm.
screens and stuff like that. They're weaned on.
So you think a
for
girl
God's sake.
that's maybe 28 to 30 right now would disagree and has no
Probably.
opinion?
She probably wouldn't care one way or another.
Well, what'd you think when Dad was playing Call of Duty for those years? Dad was super manly back in the day. He's 70 though. Well, he's 60 years old playing Call of Duty. Did you look at Dad wrong?
No, he was playing it with his sons. I mean, I know.
That's
No.
not entirely the truth.
no.
Dad played way more than us. Way more.
Well,
Dad
you
had
also
30
gotta
days in Call of
understand
Duty.
that
It's a
I know
biased
Dad.
opinion.
It's a biased opinion. I love my dad. So instantly I'm gonna find any excuse in the book to make it acceptable for him to do it. Like, he wants to impress his sons, so he's gotta get better at the game that they're all into in order to, you know, be of any kind of competition to y'all. Because he
Okay.
can't be made a fool out of in front of his sons when y'all do play. So, and I will. I'm biased when it comes to my dad. Sorry. I love my daddy. Hi, Dad.
He doesn't love you.
All right, well, that's all we
It's all
got. There you go. I mean, there's really nothing else I can say to you. You've heard, and I grew up with 7 of these. Okay, mocking, poking. Okay, all right. I'll holler at you guys.
Not when you were little.
I didn't play when I was little. You guys hogged it all.
What are you talking about? I've never played a game in 10 years.